Hi, I'm Roxanne Calder, Managing Director at S10. I'd really like to share with you today some great interview tips that will hopefully help you land that next great job for yourself. So the tips today will be if you're interviewing with a company as well as agency tips as well. So the first thing to mention to you is research. It's really critical for you to do this if you want to stand out from everybody else. So you need to research the company you're interviewing with as well as the person, and do not just do a Google search, do much more than that. So go into media releases and anything else that's relevant. You will really stand out if you can talk about those things at your interview. And interestingly, while you're doing your research, the person who's interviewing is likely doing the research on you as well. So if you are on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it might be, please be aware of that. And if you're totally comfortable, then that's great. Otherwise, I would suggest maybe looking at your privacy settings. Now to some basic tips, and you may be surprised and you may laugh, but do be on time for your interview. You'll be so surprised how many people are late, and it also sends the wrong message, and you don't want that. When you do go for your interview, also do not bring grocery bags, do not bring your shopping or your gym bag. So again, it's all about making sure that you send the right impression for that interview. The other thing to know is do dress for the interview. So it just, again, sends the right impression. So I would suggest always erring on the side of being a little bit conservative. There will be some organisations that will not require you to wear a suit or anything like that, but always wear a little bit conservative. So, and you can adjust once you start the business and work environment to make a call on it yourself. If you are like me and you like to wear your runners to and from meetings to save your back a little bit, do that, but do discreetly change your shoes well before the interview and put them into a nice discreet bag and into your bag thereafter. Now, let's maybe talk about when you're interviewing with an agency, because this is really critical, especially now when a lot of jobs are going through an agency. So do know that clients will approach agencies like ourselves to ask us to select the best possible candidates for the role. And they're asking us for our judgment. So what I would say to you is please treat your agency interview the same as a normal interview. So do be on time. Do look to answer the questions in the best way that you possibly can, and have a great attitude. So the attitude piece is what will stand out the most. And I'm going to talk to you or mention to you something that might sound a little bit weird, but it's certainly true. A good recruiter will fall in love with a good candidate. So a good candidate doesn't have to be like an amazing resume or an amazing background. It can simply be that you've got a wonderful work ethic or a great attitude, flexible, whatever it might be. So all those little things will really count. And if you don't actually have, if you're new to the workforce or you're a returning mum and haven't worked for 10 years or something, do bear that in mind, that we'll be looking for things, as will companies be looking for things that are beyond just experience. So a great attitude will get you everywhere. And on that piece of having a great attitude, I would strongly suggest saying thank you, standing up when you enter the room, so thanking people at the end of the interview, sending a nice thank you email as well, always I think goes down well, and just I think being a little bit humble or showing gratitude I think is always great. I think that's probably about it. Maybe the final piece would be to be very familiar with your resume as well. So when you get asked questions, especially about the dates, for example, if you know what they are, that's going to take some of the pressure off you in the interview, which goes hand in hand with making sure that you have that nice presence and sending them the right perception. So when you're interviewing, do be thinking, what is it that I want them to know about me that isn't verbal? So all those things really count. So be thinking about that, like the perception that you want to leave with that person. So that's probably it. But if you have any questions or any queries, would like some advice, don't hesitate to call us. Our number is 9002 0210, or you can email us, and we'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much.